Welcome to the Logos Christian Academy video magazine. This is our last edition. We would like that the experiences we have gained through these presentations to be a tool for the upcoming generations in our school to create a positive impact on their Christian life. What we have tried to do here is generate a model that can be improved and carried further in time by the students of Logos Christian Academy. And if this experience has been proven successful, we hope that it will bring better results in the life of our students and in our school. Therefore, we present to you the last video magazine. We hope that God will continue to inspire and bless other students for a new generation to come. Today, I would like to present to you a report from the AACS National Competitions of 2015 in South Carolina. But first, our principal, Mr. Merg, will give us a short presentation in general about the competitions among the Christian schools.
I have a question that comes often in the discussions I have with the parents, and that is about the competitions that our school is involved with. We are members in the Illinois Association of Christian Schools and the American Association of Christian Schools. Those are two very strong Christian organizations. And through them we participate in many competitions at the state level, and then with the winners, if any, at the national level. Throughout the years, our school has always performed very well in these competitions, and they have a very important role in the life of the school. Students are really excited to compete, and so they have that in mind, and they prepare throughout the year for the competitions. There is a spirit of studying and helping each other in view of the competitions, and for us those are very important events in school life. At the state level, we always had winners, champions, second places, third places, and so on. And overall, because our school is so small, about 230 students, we have a very good rate of success when compared with larger schools that have maybe more winners, but percent-wise, we have probably more than anybody else in the association. It is very exciting to see them succeed and to see them apply what we teach them in class. Not only that, but it's also very impressive to see that our curriculum developed locally and based on our experience and our knowledge is successful in competition with other schools. You have to understand that we don't have a central program that directs our syllabi and our curricula, and so therefore we have to fine-tune our curriculum based on what we think is good and what we read in the college requirements. And with all that, we have very good results at the competitions, which confirms the fact that we have a solid curricula, and the books that we study and the manner in which we study is sound and solid. Also, it is very exciting to see that after the national competitions, we have many students that go to the national level in South Carolina. And this year we had a fairly large group. I think it was about 10 students that went there. And even there we had great results. We had first and second places.
But she's wearing heels.
Contribute to the success of this event. I'm happy to introduce to you the president of the university, Dr. Steve Pettit. Dr. Pettit traveled across the country and around the world in evangelism for 29 years before coming to DJ.
Hello guys.
We should actually go.
Parties and now so
It's not the accent, that's like Russian.
if there's a ledge, I have to try.
Say hi, everyone.
Hey!
You guys look so comfy. Hi.
This or like this?
Like I shit in the toes. Did you hear the pastor this morning though? More better? Yeah, I saw that too. I was thinking it. I say that. Why? It depends on the place. If it's rural or not.
take the picture if you guys want.
You want? I was gonna do one of the highways so I can Instagram it.
Da 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 da.
Put the charger in the van.
Now we would like to show you some clips from the concert that was performed at Moody Church by Logos Christian Academy and Logos Baptist Ministries in Chicago, Illinois.
Is a very active school with participation in multiple things outside the school, not just inside. And we had a very good year academically speaking. The students scored very well. We had classes with very good results. A little bit about that: we had many first prizes, many second prizes, and the students really had a very high average overall in the school. And not only that, but we saw the graduating class going to college in very good standing and being accepted with no problems whatsoever, and with very good scholarships as well. In fact, overall, the students that finish in our school have basically no limitation whatsoever. We have many students that not only go to good schools but secure good scholarships. We have students that secured full scholarships actually in colleges. As I said, we are very active and we're participating in many activities outside the school, not only in sporting activities, soccer mainly, but also with our choir through our cooperation with Logos Christian School of Music, which supplies the teachers for the musical curricula of the school. We go to very important events like Moody concerts, local church concerts, and even larger national festivals organized in the mainly Romanian community. We are very happy with the, as I said, cooperation we have with Logos Christian School of Music. We're looking forward to it this year as well. I strongly encourage parents to actually place the students in instruments, in music classes, even voice classes, because these are some of the main areas of competing and of offering scholarships when they go forward to college. I know many students that went to not just to Christian colleges, but also to secular colleges that were able to secure a good scholarship based on music abilities. So this is a very, very happy and fortunate cooperation we have. And I encourage parents, maybe you don't know, but I encourage parents to actually research this opportunity and invest in it, because it's really having great returns for your students.
If you're wondering how our students can spend time during summer vacation, here's some information by Mr. Larry Merg.
Another area where I receive many questions, and probably is very appropriate to have a little bit of info about it, is the summer school and the various activities the school is involved over the summer. Summer school, in our case, has a little bit of multiple facet aspect. First, we have summer school obviously for the students that need it because they either missed too many classes or they didn't score high enough in some classes, so they need some additional help to make sure that their GPA doesn't fall below non-acceptable level. And so those are the main focus of the summer school. Summer school happens in July, and it's usually between 9 and 1, and the students receive a lot of individualized help, and it's fun too. We organize fun activities as well. The other facet of the summer school is the fact that we are dealing with the very good students, the ones that are trying to actually prepare for college, and so we offer in summer school an advanced training in ACT or other subjects if they are interested, where they need extra help and they need to make sure that they are cutting edge and they're really prepared for the next year, especially for the ACT testing. And so in that case, we have students that create a little, let's call it cohort, and they study together, they help each other, they stimulate each other, very much, and we, the teachers, provide the extra help they need. And usually it's the best training for ACT that they can get. Is better than the one they receive during the year, because it's this atmosphere of friendly competition and fun, and it's just very relaxed. The other very important facet of our summer school is a program that we started about 2 years ago, and it's run by the K2 teacher. And we have little tots that are coming here throughout the summer, the months of June and July mainly. And they have an extended program from, I believe, 8 in the morning until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I think this summer camp activity, in a way, it's an activity, is extremely great idea, because a lot of parents have come up to us and have said, oh, we do not have anyone to take care of our kids in the summer. And on top of that, the babysitters that they usually would get charge more than we do. We charge around $5 an hour, which is great. On top of that, we also teach them about God, and we have Bible lessons with them and activities, and we teach them the alphabet and the number and songs and verses from the Bible. So I think that this whole program not only helps the parents, but helps the kid learn about God, and I think this is a great idea for next summer as well. Working here at Logos Summer Camp was an awesome experience. Overall, I think the most important lesson that I've learned is patience, because I'm 17 and working with a bunch of 2 to 4-year-olds is extremely difficult for me, since I didn't have the maturity and patience that I needed for this job. But overall, I think I've learned that over this 2 months with these kids. And honestly, having that maturity that I had to learn helped me in my spiritual life. It helped me take the Word of God that I learned in the morning and actually apply it to my life like a mature person would, not just forget it like an immature person would. And on top of that, I do think that my being here might have influenced these kids, who most of them are not Christians and neither are their parents. So I hope that my being here has influenced not only them, but their parents as well. God, thank you for the food. Amen. Okay.
They have a lot of fun here with the teachers. They are served meals. Not only that, sometimes they cook the meals themselves, and they have a lot of fun with that. Overall, it's a very, very positive experience, and the parents obviously get to have a break for that amount of time when the kids are here.
Also, our principal, Mr. Larry, will make some remarks of how our next annual school tests will unfold.
This year, we were announced by the Illinois Association of Christian Schools that their contract with Stanford Test will expire and it will not be renewed. And I'm not yet up to date with why. I believe it is an issue with the actual publisher. He might discontinue the test itself. But we are switching with the association to another test that we had in the past, right at the beginning of the school, the Iowa test. Okay, for about almost 15 years, if not more now, our school used the Stanford standard testing for a little bit of a confirmation of the curriculum outside of what we do in school. And this is also the test that is used by the association, by Illinois Association of Christian Schools and the American Association of Christian Schools. And through them we buy the program at very advantageous prices, and the test is administered here, or was, I should say, and is sent to a central place where it is being graded and returned to us with a very in-depth analysis of each student and of each student against the bulk of the other students in the United States and the other students in the American Association of Christian Schools that took the test. So it was a very good test, comparing not just how the student does individually, but also how he stakes and scores against other students in these two larger groups. Now, because we didn't take it in such a long time, I don't know how this test evolved. The association gave us strong assurances that the test is very good, is comparable with the Stanford test, and so we are going to keep parents updated on how this test will be run as we get updates from the association as well. We are very confident that the test itself is very good. It's very reputable, that I can tell. It's a very well-known test. In fact, probably is better known than the Stanford test. And as I said, it was used by our school before. It is used by other schools, like known large schools, like for example Christian Liberty Academy in Arlington Heights is using Iowa test as well. So we are confident that the test will not create any kind, the new test will not create any kind of changes in the way we evaluate our students and in the information that it gives us about the efficiency of the curriculum taught here.
Mr. Larry Merg, our principal, speaks about the projects and guidelines LCA has in our future.
For the new school year, this is our goal, to try to, again, polarize people, to help them understand how important it is to help a Christian ministry like ours, because we are not rich. We are just barely surviving financially speaking, and we're happy to be so because we know we depend on the Lord. But at the same time, we want to ensure that we have best opportunities for our students, and from that perspective, until now, we really did not lack because we had so many involved parents that understood this need. Our vision for education remains classical. We want to encourage parents to have their students read and not spend a lot of time with the computers. And we know computers are important, but our experience is that kids really don't lack in terms of how well acquainted they are with the computers. They do lack reading skills, and they do lack the knowledge that they can gather through reading, and especially the culture and the beautiful mind that is created by reading not just academic books, but classical literature books, and going to concerts of classical music and so on and so forth. So our vision is to encourage those activities and to put emphasis as much as possible in classical type education. At the same time, we do offer to our students very advanced classes in technology, so that they don't lack in that area. But we do not emphasize that because we believe, and we noticed throughout the years, that the students that really buy into classical education, buy into reading more rather than spending with the computers, actually are the most performant, and not just inside the school. I'm talking about against other students that come from these super cutting edge new schools that rely on technology extensively. They really perform very well, and most of the times they're better than those students. Obviously, we have also a very powerful plan where we could use a lot of help. We are trying to build a new gym, and there is an ongoing fundraiser for that. We are at the level of close to $100,000 in fundraiser and so on, but we do need still, it's a long way to go. So if one has this vision, the school would benefit tremendously from having a full-size gym. I encourage everybody to pitch in and just help us see this dream coming to fruition as well. Also, we have a vision of trying to have more of a fellowship with the students and with the teachers, and therefore have a more organic way of transmitting the knowledge from teacher to student in a more friendly, more productive way in the classroom. And so these are plans we have for the future. There's one more thing that we're thinking about from, I don't know, 7 years ago now, and we just didn't have enough resources to put it in place, but we are still thinking about it, praying and hoping it will happen. We would like to offer seminars for the parents through which we can teach them the best ways in which they can help their children succeed, supervise them in their study habits, give them a lot of power and power tools, if you want, into how to steer the student into a very, very healthy and fruitful direction for his life. And so these are our plans, and we welcome every and any input that can be of value and help as well.
I hope that you enjoyed our video magazine and that it gave you some information on how we wanted it to be useful for the community around us, as well as the principles of faith and how life establishes them in a Christian life. This is Ingrid Flechtenmacher telling you all goodbye, and I love you.